Hello and welcome to episode 72 of my Salem tutorial series. This episode is going to be on making a stock bin. It's all well and good having hundreds of large urns or whatever your choice of storage is, but the urns and the chests, they just simply do not hold enough materials. When you're talking about things like rubble and different types of boards, the fresh boards, the dry boards, the oil boards, and all sorts of other types of resources like your metal bars, you want to be able to store them at either 500 at a time or 1,000 at a time, much more efficient. And the way to do that is stock bins. Stock bins is a way to mass store certain materials. The specific list of materials possible to store this way can be found on the Salem wiki. There's a nice little table for you to look at. If you want to store a different type of material, you must completely empty the stock bin first. However, take note that the various types of boards can be mixed. Also take note there that if you want to move your stock bin to a different place or area, you first have to empty it out. Just like the compost bins, you need to empty them as well. So anyway, to make the stock bins, we first must learn a skill. And the skill that we need to learn is called ample storage. There it is. Okay, which we've unlocked previously, ample storage. To unlock this skill, however, you need 2,700 arts and crafts, 3,100 hammer and nails, and 3,800 law and lore. So whatever you've got numerous amounts of, use that to get your necessary proficiencies. Once you have that, once you've learnt ample storage, then you will notice in your build area, in containers, you will see now that you've got not a shed, there it is, the stock bin. Okay, so to make the stock bin, you're going to need 24 dry boards, 8 nails and 10 stone. And for the amount of storage it gives us, that is well worth it. That's what you call a bargain. So let's grab 10 stone. And I've got some dry boards, but I've got more in the container there. So I'm going to put it just here for now. There we go. And that's what it looks like. So let's just straighten it up and plonk it down there. Okay, let's add my boards. Let's add the nails and add the stone and build. Now I wanted to experiment with the stock bins and use them for a bit before making this episode, but the trouble is, to make more dry boards takes ages. I think it's like 3 or 4 or 5 days real life before these boards dry out. So fortunately though, I had enough materials from my other bins, my other coal wood piles that I made, in order to get enough dry boards, which was most fortunate. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to make the stock bins, unless of course I went to town and bought the materials. But we like to make the materials ourselves. Okay, so let's build. And there we are. There is a stock bin. Now this can be used to store a fantastic amount of items. So let's see how we actually store, because I've never actually stored anything in here before. Okay, so you can just drop it in. You can't shift left click. But I wonder then if I can just do this and scroll them in. Yeah, you can. So there we go, we can just scroll them in. See them building up in there. So that says I've got 2 stored. I thought I put 3 in. Yeah, there's 3 boards. How weird. Anyway, so there we go. That's how you store the items in there. Now let's see. So I've got some boards stored in there, but what I've got huge amounts of is rubble. So let's see if I can put some rubble in there as well. Let's check how much fuel this has got left in it. There's a little bit. I grab both of them. That fills that up for another 24 hours. Right, okay, let's light my torch, because we don't go in the mine unless we got a lit torch, because we don't want to go mad. And now what I'm going to do is mine a load of rubble, which I know I've got already lying around, which I don't want it lying around. So let's just see then by mining and then seeing how much we can store in that stock bin as a proper test. Okay, because rubble is one of the things that you can store, but I'm not sure whether it let me store the rubble in there as well as them planks. Okay, that'll do for a little test. Let's now head back to my stock bin. And see if we can put the rubble in there. No, so okay, you're going to have one stock bin for each type of item that you want to store. It will store all the types of boards, but if you want to then put rubble in, you have to make another stock bin. So at least I've cleared that up. I guess I can take the boards out for now. If I can work out how to get them out. I don't know whether it's lag or what. Let's try again. Right, okay, that's the mount. Let's now try and put this rubble in here. Yeah, so look at that, we can fit 2,000 rubble in there. So that's what I'm going to use, because I've got a ton of rubble that I can make. The boards for now I will store in an urn, because once these other piles that I've made, wood piles that I've made, once they dry out, I'll be able to make another stock bin. So there we go. There is the magnificent stock bin. Look at that. Check that out. 2,000 it can store. 2,000 of the rubble. It's odd that the rubble is appearing with the graphic of a dry board when clearly the dry board is in my pocket. So just a little glitch there, but nothing major. It's storing what I want it to store, the rubble. As for the boards, I'll make another bin for them. Something else to show you. I've been carrying on my humours. You can see now I've nearly got them all to 80. It's just the black bile which I'm working on now. Once I've got them all to 80, then I'm going to push on to 100 in all of my humours and keep going, see how far I can go. I know that I can get to 150 by using the 2 basic foods of garlic, mushrooms and froggetti. Them 2 combined will get me to 150, so I'll just keep going with that. Anyway, there we are. Wanted to show you that. That is the stock bin. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.